Welcome to today's episode of TeqTalk, where we explore into the world of technology and innovation. I'm thrilled to have a truly remarkable guest with us today, Christopher Long, also known as Chris. With a career spanning over 2 decades, Chris brings a wealth of experience and a unique perspective to the table. Currently, he is at the forefront of Salesforce revolutionary strides as the senior manager of partner product success. Over his impressive 7 years tenure at Salesforce, Chris has become synonymous with the Salesforce Data Cloud and Marketing Cloud personalization, dedicating his expertise to maximize its potential and accessibility. So his deep understanding and strategic insight into the Salesforce ecosystem have not only influenced the developments within the organization, but also guiding countless partners and clients toward achieving the growth and efficiency. So today he joins us to share his journey, explore the intricacies of Salesforce Data Cloud and Marketing Cloud personalization, and discuss how these things are transforming the business landscapes altogether. So get ready for an insightful conversation that promises to enlighten and inspire. Let's give a warm welcome to Chris Long. Welcome to Tech Talk, Chris. It's fantastic to have you with us today. Your work with Salesforce Data Cloud is making waves, and we are eager to dive into that.
Hi, Jas. I am super excited to be here. Thank you so much for inviting me. Let's make more waves. What do you want to talk about?
Yeah, so it's all about Data Cloud. So Data Cloud has been a very, very central topic of discussion since last year, and which is capturing significant attention to its rapid growth and continuous addition and advancements of features and enablements. And it is kind of revolutionizing the way businesses handle and process data, making operations more and more efficient and streamlined. And I'm extremely excited to discuss its benefits, use cases, upcoming features, and future roadmaps.
Indeed, it is a bit of an industry shift that we're very excited about. So I'm looking forward to digging into it.
At TeqFocus, we have been extensively working on Data Cloud and have witnessed firsthand its transformative capabilities. So one of the most exciting aspects we have engaged with is the bring your own model functionality from the platforms like AWS SageMaker or Google Vertex AI. Moreover, we have embarked on projects where we have built models from scratch directly within Data Cloud, which is fascinating. And the simplicity and efficiency of this process cannot be overstated. Salesforce, I think, has truly outdone itself by providing features and enablements that simplify the complex operations, like day-to-day operations. The user-friendly interface, characterized by intuitive drag and drop functionalities and click-through options, they are just amazing. Given these advancements, I would love to hear from your thoughts on model builder functionality within Data Cloud. So could you elaborate on various existing features and perhaps share your insights and use cases and future roadmaps for model builder?
Yes. So in Einstein Studio within Data Cloud, in addition, as you mentioned, to the ability to create an AI model from scratch, you can actually bring in your own models from places you're used to using. So Amazon SageMaker, Google Cloud Vertex. We just went live with Databricks. And the two most common ways you would probably use your own models would be to either drive your prompt responses or to predict a very specific outcome. An example of driving prompt responses would be to control the sentiment. So you know how the language used in a response. So maybe you are using Prompt Builder, and I'll talk about Prompt Builder a little bit more later. But maybe using Prompt Builder to generate the text for a sales email. And you want the language or the sentiment in that email to reflect the tone of your brand, right? So you could actually build your model outside of Salesforce. Mm-hmm. And when you make your prompt template, you can choose that model so that when the email gets generated, it's in the tone of your brand. So very cool. An example of generating a specific outcome is exactly what you think it is, right? Like you're going to build your model, but that kind of model requires certain data points. So when you're building it, you'll figure out what data points in Salesforce you need, right? And you'll set all that up in Einstein Studio to get those data points to send to that model. So you can do things like maybe predict the next best action, or maybe predict a product someone might like, but you need specific data points to do that. And you can use Model Builder to use your model and give it the data it needs to generate that outcome. And I want to mention on July 25th, we're going to be doing or having a webinar on Bring Your Own Model, like a deep dive. So I want to promote that here, and maybe perhaps we can figure out a way to share the link later. So if anyone's interested, you can learn more.
Woohoo, that's amazing. That's really something new. And I personally was waiting for, the webinar and more details on Bring Your Own Model thing. And thank you so much, Chris, for shedding light on those details. And moving on to like how you mentioned Einstein has different capabilities, Copilot and Prompt Builder. Would you like to discuss more on those and their functionalities? Because these functionalities are creating a lot of buzz in the market, and would be great to understand their current features and what we can expect in the future.
Gladly. So let's start with Prompt Builder. Prompt Builder is kind of where the magic begins. It provides the ability to build, test, and fine-tune prompts within what we call the Einstein trust layer. And the Einstein trust layer makes any sensitive information, it masks it before it actually sends it out to a language model to be evaluated and to get a response. Prompt Builder has the concept of prompt templates. So prompt templates are essentially pre-built prompts that can be leveraged by Salesforce processes. And remember how we just talked about you can make your own model? Right. Well, in your prompt template, you can either choose one of the models that Salesforce offers. And I think out of the gate, we offer some Azure models, some OpenAI models, but you can choose your own model to use in those templates. A very simple example of using a prompt template in the flow of work would be field generation. Mm-hmm. So imagine, if you will, you're looking at a contact record and there's a field there. In fact, I'll give an example. A recent partner camp we had, we built a solution using a prompt template that could evaluate a contact's information and determine if that contact, how likely they would be to purchase a new service. And so you look at the contact record, there'd be an empty field there, and in real time, you could click on it, it would run the prompt template, then come back with a likelihood and put it on the record. So just kind of one way you could use a prompt template. Einstein Copilot, on the other hand, is the conversational interface on top of every Salesforce app. So in your mind, if you can imagine being logged into Salesforce and maybe you're in Sales Cloud, this loads on top of that, right? So it's a way to speak to your CRM data. And it runs on what we call Copilot actions. There are different kinds of actions. So you can use Apex or Flow, or you can even use prompt templates that you built with Prompt Builder. And this to me is kind of the crazy powerful part of Copilot, because you can help guide your AI responses in the flow of work. So I can have Einstein Copilot open and I can just be working and I can be talking to it. It can be answering my questions. It can actually, it can kick off a process and get something done. And Apex and Flow are already powerful. So imagine having AI that can use Flow, right? Like it blows my mind on all the things you could build. Just to summarize, right? So Prompt Builder allows you to build prompt templates. Copilot, Einstein Copilot is what runs on top of the platform, and you use Copilot Builder to organize your Copilot actions. And I really want to call out that in Copilot Builder, there's a way to test your actions and the kind of responses that Einstein Copilot is going to give to its users. So you can see the decisions it makes, the Copilot actions it chooses to run. And if you're not happy with that, like, you can make adjustments. So it's just super powerful. And I hope more people will get hands-on with it and really play with it so they can feel it for themselves.
Thank you so much, Chris, for your incredible and valuable insights. So just one question regarding this. So Prompt Builder and Einstein Copilot, they can even fetch data, like they can do the grounding from data cloud as well, right?
Absolutely. I'm glad you brought that up because I totally forgot to mention it. You can ground all your prompts in your Salesforce data. So for instance, in Prompt builder, when you're building a template, you have access to your Salesforce objects, and you can embed those as groundings into your prompt template. So when Einstein Copilot runs the prompt template, or whatever process you're using to run the template, it is actually looking at your customer data. Like, it is AI with your customer data in a trusted platform.
Nice. That's amazing. That is making it more and more powerful, I think. Another topic that has been creating waves in the data management sphere is the concept of zero copy or no ETL. This involves bring your own lake in data cloud, particularly with the platforms like Snowflake, Google BigQuery. And this feature also offers immense flexibility for the customers, those who already utilize different lakes and want to leverage the capabilities of data cloud without the need for actual ETL processes. Yeah, for our listeners who might not be familiar with this means that an entire data lake can be accessed from external source into data cloud and vice versa without traditional data transformation processes. So, Chris, could you elaborate on latest developments in this area, specifically with the new lakes which are becoming compatible with this feature and beyond Snowflake and Google BigQuery?
Yes, yeah. So we have big news. Like, we just launched. So in addition to
Oh,
Snowflake, right? Snowflake and Google BigQuery, which you just mentioned, we just released zero copy for Databricks and for Amazon Redshift.
wow.
Right? So all the major players, hopefully, we have zero copy for. And I'm sure over time we will be adding even more. You gave a pretty good explanation, but just in case anyone is listening and they're new to zero copy, it is what it sounds like. So data just does not get copied from one system to the other. It is the ultimate way. I'm going to sound, very polished here. It's the ultimate way to unlock your trapped data. Zero copy makes it possible to enrich your Salesforce CRM with data from your data lake without the need, as you mentioned, for file transfers or transformations. And it also makes it possible for your data lake to query data inside a data cloud, right? Maybe you want to run reports, but you don't actually want to pull the data out of data cloud. So zero copy makes those interactions possible. One of my favorite things about zero copy is, so I've been in the industry a long time,
Mhm.
and whenever you need data from a place, there's always this long process, right? So you have to go through discovery, you have to figure out what shape the data's in, how you have to change it to get it into a format so it'll work where you need it to go. And then you have to go through the process of exporting that. Add on to that, maybe it's a very specific team, right, that manages that data. And maybe they have their own processes you have to go through and hoops you have to jump through to get the data. This removes those blockers, right? It's just connect them, connect the sources. You don't have to think. You always want to think about what you're doing. I shouldn't phrase it like that, but it's way simpler. So I guess that's my favorite thing about zero copy.
Absolutely. That's really, really fascinating. It's removing all the intermediate pipelines, which requires ETL and maintenance and a huge team. So all those intermediate things are getting removed, and then we are connecting them directly and accessing the data. It's amazing. And the ability to seamlessly integrate various lakes into data cloud without ETL is actually a game changer. And I'm sure our audience will find this particularly very interesting. Another interesting aspect that many clients and customers are keen to know more about is the connectors side. Uh, what are the inbuilt connectors and what's the plan of getting more connectors? Would you like to discuss more on that?
Sure. So the plan is just keep making connectors, right? Just keep doing more. What our customers need, we're going to keep trying to add connectors so you can get your data in the data cloud. We just had a release. I'm looking at right now on my screen a long list of the connectors that are part of this release. So
Mhm.
if you will allow me, I'm just going to read the list.
Of course, go ahead,
Yeah.
please.
All right. So in many of these are in beta. So I will call out, in fact, assume everything I list is in beta. Unless it's in GA, I will call out that it's in GA. So
Mhm.
Act CRM, Active Campaign, Acumatica, Adobe Commerce, Adobe Marketo Engage is GA. Airtable, Apache CouchDB, Confluence, Elasticsearch, Enterprise DB, Epicor Kinetic, IBM Cloudant, IBM DB2, Jira, I'm still going. Jira Service Desk, Microsoft Teams, Monday, MongoDB, Neo4j. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Odoo, probably. Oracle Fusion Cloud, Pinterest, SAP HANA, SAP Hybris, Salesloft, ShipStation, Single Store, Smartsheet. I'm almost done. Streak, Sweet CRM, SurveyMonkey, TigerGraph, Trello, WooCommerce, Workday, and eBay. Thank you very much.
That's amazing. Thank you so much, Chris, for such a long list.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Would you like to add more on that, or should we go ahead?
No, that's all I have.
Okay. And lastly, there is a lot of excitement around the new feature, and I know that it's your favorite topic to talk, and that is Einstein personalization. It seems to be a groundbreaking development that could significantly, impact businesses by offering tailored experiences. So, can you talk more on Einstein personalization and how it is going to transform the business operations?
I am. You're right. I am very excited about Einstein personalization. I've spent the last couple of years helping to enable our Salesforce partners on the existing Marketing Cloud personalization product, which means I've spent a lot of time with personalization, a lot of time with our personalization product team, who are fantastic. They're some of my favorite people. And that team has been collaborating with the Data Cloud team to bring to life what we're calling Einstein personalization. And we just announced this at our recent Salesforce Connections event. So what is Einstein personalization? Einstein personalization is Salesforce's new personalization service built natively into Data Cloud. It leverages Salesforce Data Cloud customer profiles to create real-time, one-to-one customer experiences. So you will be able to leverage everything you know about your customer in Data Cloud to do things like make product recommendations in real time on your website. And we do a lot of things real time or near real time right now on Data Cloud. This is as real time as you can get, like where we're talking like instant processing and instant return of things like recommendations to a channel. So again, just very excited about it. Right now, it's currently in a restricted GA, but expect to hear much more about Einstein personalization in the very near future as we get closer to a full GA.
That's amazing, Chris. Thanks for sharing your expertise with us. And the developments in Data Cloud and Einstein and different features and enablements are really impressive. And it is exciting to see how they will continue to evolve and benefit the businesses. What is the one final takeaway you would like to leave with our audience today?
Well, I would like to say thank you. Thank you to you for inviting me and having me on today. Thank you for all our Salesforce partners who invest so much time and effort into our products and services, but more importantly, into the community. We have one of the best consultant and developer communities of all software. Like it's hard to beat our partner ecosystem. So I just want to say thanks
On that.
Yeah, to all of our partners. I would like to give a shout out to my partner success team I work on. So hi, everybody. We work on a lot of our data and AI products, so Data Cloud and some Einstein Copilot things. So I really appreciate them and all the support that they give me. So I want to say thanks to them. I also want to really call out our Salesforce certification for Data Cloud. I would love to encourage everyone who's listening, if they're interested in Data Cloud, to become certified. We have resources on Trailhead and a partner learning camp. And if anyone has questions about like how to get a hold of things, reach out to me on LinkedIn. I will also be trying to post more things about how to get access to things to help you get down the road, the Data Cloud path. So I would encourage everyone to become certified. That's it. Thank you again. I appreciate it.
That's amazing, Chris. It's been a pleasure having you on our podcast. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
To our listeners, I hope you found this conversation as fascinating as we did. And do not forget to follow us for more episodes where we explore the cutting edge of technology or with the experts who are leading the charge. And thank you for tuning into Tech Talk.